Welcome back to Squawk on the Street. It's a critical week for big tech stocks and the markets overall, of course. Why? Well, Nvidia will be reporting earnings. Christina Partsinevelos joins us now. She tells us what investors are watching, what we may be expecting. Christina.
Well, we know, or I should say we're expecting Nvidia to crush Wall Street expectations. It has a history of doing so. But lately, the stock really has been stuck, just around $135 for the past 8 months. Shares also taking a slight now in the green, but they were taking a hit earlier from a TD Cowen report that Microsoft was canceling leases for AI data centers, which could impact GPU demand. But the major problem right now is recent supply chain checks suggest there are still some delays with their GB200 rack shipments. That's the high-powered CPU, GPU, Nvidia boards. Turns out managing power and heat at this scale is pretty tricky, and that's pushing initial production into Q1, with the first full quarter of shipments likely happening in Q2. So in other words, the Blackwell sales ramp might just take a little bit longer to kick in. But there's some positive. Nvidia's ecosystem is still signaling strength. Suppliers like Taiwan Semiconductor just issued strong guidance. Foxconn outlook is improving, and companies like Dell, HPE are already securing Blackwell-based servers. Demand from hyperscalers, you guys talked about it in the previous, just before the commercial break, as well as demand from China, sovereign AI projects in France, or Stargate in the United States, could help offset any Blackwell delays, but looming U.S. restrictions is still a major risk to Nvidia. The restrictions would require licenses to ship clusters of chips. The process is going to be time-consuming, and the results would definitely be uncertain. So with that risk out there, Morgan Stanley analysts say they don't see why Nvidia would guide any more than the usual $2 to $2.5 billion increase. In other words, no surprises are expected post-earnings, guys.
We'll see. I think implied volatility is about 8%. It's going to be an interesting evening when we get it. Christina, thank you. Christina Partsinevelos.